Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Friday, 27th June 2025. Aries, you may be anxious to say what's on your mind today. Words are on the tip of your tongue, but you aren't afraid to let them pull out. Be careful, there's a danger you'll put your foot in your mouth. Your words could come across as harsher than you intended. Be sensitive of others' emotions and don't unload your problems on other people. Taurus, your mind is extra clear today. Make sure that you're helping yourself as well as others. Take care of any task that require a great deal of brain power. You have the tremendous ability to figure out any mental problem. Communicate with confidence. Contact people you haven't heard from in a while. They'll be pleasantly surprised to hear from you. Gemini, do your thing today and don't take garbage from others. Take control of the issue when you see that something needs to get done. Others may be acting rashly and see things differently than you. Don't change your point of view just to make things easier on others. If people are in your way, then confront them. Cancer, you will be able to think clearly today. Do the best you can with what you have to work with. Do your thing and let people do theirs. Don't dwell on others' dramas. You should enjoy a good working relationship with mechanical objects, and it's a great time to invest in a new gadget or appliance for your home. Don't be a cheapskate. Spend to make life easier. Leo, don't wait for an invitation to speak your mind. No one will ask what you think. Express yourself. You've given other people plenty of time to have their say. It's time to chime in with your opinion. Don't be an observer. Be an active player and help shape the conversation and the events of the day with your powerful words and thoughts. Virgo, your mind is sharp as a tack today. There's a great deal of power behind your thoughts, so use it wisely. Take this energy to work and see how much you can accomplish. Lady Luck is on your side and the key is to put your brain in motion. Plow forward with new ideas and don't look back. Jump in with both feet. Hesitation will cause you to falter. Libra, what are you waiting for? You aren't going to meet anyone new by standing inside all the time. You aren't going to become a rock star if you never pick up an instrument. Don't do anything halfway today. If you love someone, tell him or her. You never know what will happen tomorrow. Take control and express your true feelings. Scorpio, don't waste time today. Act with courage. Tap your primal nature and throw caution to the wind. Your wit and keen mind provide you with opportunities that you should jump on. Link with groups and contribute to projects. Nothing will escape your attention. Enjoy games of wit and puzzles that exercise your brain. Sagittarius, there's a powerful force urging you to act today. Someone may be working counter to your arms and trying to rub you in the wrong way. Don't let people outwit you. You have just as much right to express your opinions as anyone else. Use the power of your mind to come out on top in any situation. Freedom is a state of mind. Do something that makes you want to dance. Capricorn, put the pedal to the metal today and have confidence in all your actions. There's a great deal of power in your words. There's a tremendous amount of information that needs to be exchanged and you're at the hub of this activity. What you learn may be transformative. Actively participate in these conversations. Aquarius, something about silence doesn't seem right to you today. Keep talking. Eventually someone will say something meaningful. Latch on to lucrative ideas and keep your ears open for new opportunities. The stranger you pass on the street while going for coffee could be your new best friend. Strike up a conversation with that person standing next to you in line. Pisces, despite all your rage, you're still just a rat in a cage. Get out of your box. Influences from other people may cause some serious transformation in your mindset. Let your belief system loose to morph into other frames of mind. Consider new ways of living. Do things to get out of the social confines of how you should live your life. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Friday, June 27th, 2025. Do have yourself a great and wonderful day.
Happy Friday, guys. Good morning. How are you doing? Welcome to the weekend. Rather, WTF. Welcome to Friday. Let's go over to our news department. We need to know what's happening around us, and we'll be back.
Good morning. Time now for the news with me, Timothy Polio. 4 road safety officers seen in viral videos that sparked public concern have been removed from frontline duty as investigations into their conduct continue.
What on the investigation means is that anything that happens within the police organization, the police force has a system, a structure in relation to how we respond to situations. So the head of the department would make inquiries in relation to what has transpired, request the officers to submit reports so that we have a permanent record, a documented record of their version of what transpired.
Police say while the public has every right to record officers on duty, new steps are being taken to improve transparency and accountability, including the rollout of body cams and dash cams for officers by the first week of August. In St. Lucia this morning, growing calls for reform within the fire service as outgoing Fire Service Association Chairman Shane Felix speaks out on concerns surrounding recent elections and long-standing issues within the department.
When it comes to finances, people are always concerned about what has the money been used for.
Right.
So that was not done. And again, I mean, if you look at elections, normally you must have that kind of transparency and fairness so that people understand that the persons who served are worth either being reconsidered or being voted out. But none of this happened.
While Felix credits past political leadership for initiating reviews and inquiries, he says true reform has stalled within the senior public service. For now, questions of fairness, governance, and accountability within the fire service remain unresolved. June 26th marks the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, observed annually to strengthen action and cooperation toward achieving a drug-free world. In St. Lucia, local drug-free club SYTOP continues its mission of public engagement with a particular focus on youth empowerment to help prevent an increase in drug abuse among young people.
There is a need to disrupt, to get an intervention where we are highlighting, the international community is highlighting prevention, cooperation, and resilience. ICOP started in 1982 under the leadership of Mrs. Juliet Jabati. And this club mission is to help young people, empower young people with the knowledge that they can make rational choices.
This year's theme calls for investment in prevention, including justice, education, healthcare, and alternatives, livelihoods, the building blocks of sustainable resilience. Finally from us this morning, a landmark celebration in Belize as the Caribbean Community Climate Change Center, or the 5Cs, marks 20 years of regional climate leadership, resilience, and advocacy. The event, attended by the Prime Ministers of Belize and St. Lucia, honored decades of strategic climate work driven from the heart of the Caribbean.
20 years ago, when CARICOM heads gathered to establish this regional institution, they did so with a vision responsive to the threats of climate change. They had the foresight and determination for a coordinated response to global threats. For 20 years, the 5Cs has delivered transformative regional projects, mobilized significant amounts of climate finance, while serving as a hub for critical data and channeling of resources to our region.
The event included heartfelt tributes to founding leaders like Dr. Kenrick Leslie and Dr. Ulrich Trotz, whose pioneering vision turned a regional dream into a climate force. Lifetime and Partnership Awards honored contributions from across the region and around the globe. That's the broadcast. Thank you so much for watching. Here is to a pleasant and enjoyable Friday. Join us at noon for our next news major, the Lunchtime Report. I'm Timothy Polio. Good morning.
Thanks, News Department. Let's take a break and come back. Sneaker Day was represented here by the NIC on Wednesday. And boy, they sort of turn up the heat a little bit because we're used to just putting on our sneakers and being part of Sneaker Day. But they've added a new component they're using as a pilot. And McNaughton McLean, well, of course, he gave us all the information concerning that. And it was a hit. And the food was good. I had a wonderful time. But let's listen to Mac. You see, I wanted to ensure you didn't get it, man. What do you think it is? Of course, top Snickers. Top. It is national. Is it National Snicker Day or is just the NIC Snicker Day?
It's National Snicker Day. It's a
Snicker
national
Day.
awareness.
It's a national awareness. Of course, that's what's up. And we're here again. We're down at the square. McNaughton McLean right here. pestered me yesterday to remind me. I could not forget it, but I did remember, by the way. Let me just make it be known that
this ritual every year, right?
every year, certainly. The team is down here. Everybody is snickered out and looking awesome. The culinary team is here. Something new this year, Mark. Tell us about Sneaker Day this year and what's different and, what does that mean for the future of Sneaker Day?
Well, we added a new twist to it because our awareness campaign really targets the issue of NCDs, non-communicable diseases. 82% of all deaths in St. Lucia are attributed to NCDs. And how do we prevent that? And NCDs really is a modifiable disease, lifestyle. You make changes. And the key things, diet, exercise, and of course, do not put harmful substances in your body. Excessive use, alcohol, tobacco, primarily. So how can we tweak Sneaker Day? We have already created that awareness.
So
now we want
movement
to,
locked.
we have the movement in place, right? So now is to, dial in on the diet component. And what best way to do that than to incorporate the national culinary team? We're talking about celebrity chefs. Chef Elijah. I was in London with him some time ago and everybody's just rushing. I want pictures. Chef Elijah is a celebrity chef. To take everyday produce that we see by the market, sometimes some grow in our backyards, and how we can take it and create delicious but nutritious recipes. So this is the new twist to Sneaker Day. And we're piloting this here this year. The objective is to blow that out throughout the island and really to engage our communities to a life of fitness and of course to hopefully encourage people to do the right thing so we'll have better health outcomes.
Wonderful. So you're going to be here on the square for the entire day or for a couple of minutes?
Well, it's lunchtime, so we're targeting workers when on their lunch break to come to the Derek Walcott Square. You can purchase your lunch. So we are between 11 and 2 because, as you know, people have staggered lunch hours. Mm-hmm. So we made sure we schedule in such a way that we can accommodate everyone, absolutely. Workers, school kids. If you're in the city, come and you can purchase nutritious and delicious meals right here at the Derek Walker. It's got a national culinary team. They're doing some demonstrations on how you can do. And we hope that, we can really encourage people to make some of those lifestyle changes that can result in, because Maureen, when you fall sick, and people, sometimes I talk to people and they tell me, boy, do it me, I go dead, not do it me, I go dead. And I say, but wait, you may stay, you live longer, but live longer with pain and suffering and the expenses to take care. That reduces on finances that you could spend to take care of your family. And sometimes they are two-income family and they can cope. But when they lose one income, it places serious financial strain. So, these are all the little things that we're trying to, inculcate in our people, in our communities, to engage them to do the right things.
Absolutely. Well, that being said, I think, let me say congratulations on another very successful Sneaker Day again.
Well, thank you very much. But it extends further. So on Sunday, we partner with the National Consumers Association and St. Lucia moves for Strides for Sustainability. It's a walk with a difference. Okay, so there's no need to bring to get new T-shirts and your same sneaker you're wearing today for your Sneaker Day, and put on your old favorite gym stuff. Mm-hmm. Take your reusable water bottle. We'll have refilling stations along the route, Massey Mega to Massey on the waterfront and back. Oh. Nice. No registration fees. It's no fees, no registration, no fees. It's free. Sure. Come, let's walk. Let's walk for health. Let's walk for life.
Sustainability.
Yes.
Absolutely. Mark, thank you so very much. And maybe we see you guys on Sunday as well for that walk. What time again? 6 in the morning?
6 in the morning.
That's just be the problem. Oh, God, this is waking up. Somebody needs to wake up. Well, the St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League is on again. And Sherian gave us all the information. Let me tell you, for the next 6 months, we're going to be seeing some good old competition or friendly competition through football on the island. It's kicked off already, but Sherian has all the details. Here with Sherian Williams, who is the marketing and sponsorship officer for the St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League. And last year, we saw the emerging of this tournament, this tournament, and it was quite an exciting route. I mean, I even follow a few of the games. I didn't keep up to the end there, but I follow a few of them. I got down there and we look for a little excuse. But it was definitely a different approach, a different vibe, a different energy to the entire football, the game of football, I must say. And I remember we spoke to you last year, Sherian, and that was one of the things that you were very adamant about. This is not your usual. We're here with a different mandate. We have different goals, and we really and truly would like to see this taken to a different level. And that you guys did last year. We followed every bit of it. And Sunday, we kicked off that tournament once again. So Sherian, we are excited to be back here and to be talking about that tournament again.
Yes, thank you so much, Maureen, for having me again. I remember last year we actually were here at the Mindu Phillip Park when we had this conversation about the inaugural season, starting off with 19 district leagues, 10 in Tier 1 and 9 in Tier 2. And so we did have a very exciting round of matches, and of course the playoffs was the thing to see. You had to be at the playoffs. And ending off on a super high note, we have now emerged with season 2. And of course, we started, like you said, on Sunday, right here again at the Mindu Phillip Park. Obviously, we're at the home of Masha District League. And so we couldn't come to their homes and not have Masha, on display. So based on the fixtures, we had Masha coming up against Labrie, and of course the home team came out victorious. Unfortunately for Labrie, they had to go back home with a loss, but it's not the end of the world. It's just the start of the season, and they have so much time to catch up and so on. We have so many changes that have taken place for season 2, so many improvements that have been made, and so much more excitement to look forward to in season 2. But just before I tell you about that, let me just close off double header. We also had Grosley coming up against the newcomers to Tier 1. And that is SocaCize. They were part of the Tier 2 setup, but they were promoted at the end of the season because they actually won the Tier 2 the Tier 2 finals. So they had a little taste of the type of competition that Tier 1 involves. And so the Premier League, which is also known as Tier 1, that was where they, had their first little taste, their first round of competition. And of course, Grosley is one of the heavyweights of Tier 1. They performed exceptionally well in the first season, and so they came up against Castries South. And unfortunately for them, for Castries South, they did not come off with a win. But again, there's still a lot of time in the season to rack up points and to rack up wins and so on.
Speaking of the season, Sherry, let's break it down. How many teams are in there this year? How long is the tournament going to be lasting again? Just this basic info.
So in season 2, we have 10 district leagues. So that's an improvement from the 19 to 20 teams vying for supremacy, both in the Super League and the Premier League. And so the season will run for 6 months, June to December. And so we have 10 venues that we will be at. So we're trying to bring the semi-pro to as many St. Lucians as possible. We're trying to, spread it out across the island. You have 20 district leagues. And so, you want to give the fans a little bit of home and away type of setup. So we want to bring the games into the communities because each community or each district has a league represented in the semi-pro setup. And so a lot of our games will also take place at open venues. So it will be free of charge to the public. People will be able to attend. It's not going to always be at a cost to the fans. So that's one of the improvements that we've made for season 2. Our live stream has to be credited for the fact that a growing number of our players are getting opportunities overseas, and that is because of the fact that they are being scouted by overseas recruiters. At least 2 of our players have received have received invitations or are participating in programs overseas. We have Baggio Edward from the Grosile Football League, who is now in England, participating doing tryouts for one of the leagues over there. And we also have Damani Boothia, who is on the ancillary team setup, the Ancillary District League, and he has also received an invitation from the Jamaica Premier League to participate. One of the teams there have been scouting him. So, a lot of the opportunities for our players do come from the live stream, and that is one of the staples of season 2. So at some point in time, you will see us, hopefully, on par with the Premier League. When you're watching those games, you sit at your home and you watch those games from England, from Italy, from, the Latin American countries. You will really get that sense, that feel for what we are producing here with the Semi-Pro Football League.
Wonderful. And where can we follow everything Semi-Pro Football League? You're online, you have a social handle.
We do have our social media, and it's very active. We post as the match goes on. We post on site so that people who are not at the venue can still have a little bit of an experience of what's happening at the Semi-Pro. So we are on Facebook. We are also on Instagram. We do have a YouTube channel. And of course, those people who follow us know that we stream our games regularly via our YouTube channel. And so we encourage people to tune in live, and you can see a lot of what's happening. I mean, the live stream.
What's the link? What's the name of the link?
St. Lucia Semi-Professional Football League, and you will be on there. Whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, that's across. Yes, that's across the board.
Shine with SocaCize. Leading the wine this morning, we have Laurie, Vernell, Owen, Suzanne, and Shani. Let's begin. For this morning's workout, we will be doing a cardio soca jam routine to Judgment Stage by Patrice Roberts. You ready to begin?
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
Judgment Stage. 3, 2, 1, in up.
When you see me start to whine and misbehave,
4, 3,
don't judge me, cause it's all I get on when I in a rage.
4, 3,
don't judge me.
I just want to right side, look it up. Set up. Left leg. Take it down. Right, left, half. 4, 3, 2, left side, pull.
It's the mass in me.
4,
Every
3,
stage that I
2,
cross,
right
it bring
side,
life to me.
pull.
Let them talk about it.
4,
I don't
3,
care what they
2,
say. I'm ready
in,
for
up.
the madness, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to get
4,
reckless, I'm ready
3,
for it.
2, switch
Carnival
back,
of the excess, this then just like a magnet. How I need like a
4,
Juliet, I'm
3,
ready for
2,
it.
center.
And I just want to whine and walk up. Whine and
Left leg.
walk up. Lift up the leg and walk up. My life,
Center.
I'm so free up. Whine and walk up. Whine and
Right.
walk up. Lift up the leg and walk up. My life,
Take it up.
I'm up on the step. I want to jump up on the
That was our session for this morning. I hope you are feeling sexy, sultry, and strong. Thank you for choosing to flaunt with SocaCize.
And there you have it. That's Friday. That's our show. That's how we wake you up in the morning time. And that's how we send you off into the day to have an awesome, awesome weekend. Be safe, be responsible, be mindful. And let's do this again on Monday for another TPS this morning.